What is up, my loves? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Natalie Hughes. I am a life mindset and manifestation coach in my business and on my platform. My job is to support professional women in co-creating emotionally fulfilled lives for themselves. In today's video, we are doing that through several tarot card readings, psychic medium readings, all about the newborn stage. What will the newborn stage be like when you have your next child? Okay. I am super duper excited to get into this. I have to. I had to put my music on. The timestamps are already in the description. So I will see you at your reading. Okay. Pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. In today's reading, we are asking the question, how will the newborn stage be? And I'm just tapping into this energy. How will the newborn stage be for pile number 1? I'm getting this energy of like coziness. I'm getting dimmed lights. I'm seeing you at home, and I'm seeing things being just very quiet. For you, the newborn stage is going to be very like isolated. I mean, of course, your husband will be there, but I'm not getting that there will be guests. I'm not getting that there will be people. Like, I'm not getting that you will even be on social media. I'm getting a full, like, detachment from the world. I'm feeling, and none of this feels like a negative thing. None of this feels like yeah, it doesn't feel like a negative thing. It just feels like you are intentionally making the decision that you want to soak up this time. You want to soak up these moments, and you do not want the outside world involved. So I'm actually kind of getting the feeling that when this baby is born, the world will not know. Like, I mean, of course, you're not going to be posting it on social media as a part of that, but I also don't think that you're going to be telling like the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins, your friends, like people. I don't think you're going to tell people. I don't think you're going to tell people when you're going into labor. And it feels like a very, hold on, I have to move the mic. I don't think it'll be too loud, me moving it and stuff, but I just need to move this. I don't think that you're going to be telling people like about it at all. I get the energy and vibe that you might like announce to your social media or, tell your family and your friends as we get closer and closer to the baby's due date. I'm going to be on my phone less and less. I'm going to be preparing more and more. I don't know. I know that nesting happens as you get closer and closer to that delivery. I don't know if like you're still nesting right before you give birth. I mean, it kind of makes sense that you would be. I just feel like as you get into that nesting stage where you're getting the house together and you're getting your nursery together and like you're just really preparing for the baby, I feel like you're going to be telling people at that point, like at the latest, like I'm going to be on my phone a lot less. I'm not going to be on social media that much. Like, don't expect updates from me. Don't expect to know. It's just like this very sacred time. And it feels like it's a very protected thing. It doesn't feel like a scared thing. It just feels like a very sacred thing. And I feel like this is something that you don't want eyes on. You don't want people texting you, have you given birth yet? Have you given birth yet? You don't want people trying to call you and come to the hospital or come to the home if you're, doing a birth at home, or, come to the birthing center. Like, you do not want an experience where there's a whole bunch of external energy. I feel like when you guys give birth, it's going to be just a very peaceful and calm thing. And it's kind of like they're singing that lyric from Beyonce, and she says, I don't think they on the list. Like, their name is not on the list. It's like the people who are invited to your birth, it's very VIP. It's very exclusive. The people who will be there when you go into labor is very exclusive. We might have to do a reading on your like birthing story, but that's what it's already starting to really come through for you, pile number one. I just feel like you will have a birthing team. If you're doing a doula, if you're doing a midwife, if you're doing both, and your OBGYN, it's like you're going to have a team of professionals around you, a professional support system. Your husband is going to be there, and you might have like a friend there, or like your mother, or something like that, like one of the grandparents might be there. But I honestly am not getting that vibe. I'm not getting that vibe at all. I'm getting professionals, I'm getting husband, I'm getting you. And I think the reason why you're doing this is because you really do not want a lot of eyes on this process. Not that there's any like shame or anything like that. You might have like a photographer in some way. I do feel like the process will be documented. I do think that you will share it with the world eventually, but there's something about this process that is just very sacred for you. It's very private. Okay, it's not really like a secret thing, but it's just a very private thing, a very sacred thing. So the way that you're treating this pregnancy, and the way that you're treating this birth, and the way that you're treating your child's arrival into the world is like really a sacred and spiritual experience, where we need the vibration to be at a certain place. The people on our team, they have a certain set of belief systems and expectations and, know-how. My husband has a specific set of beliefs and expectations. I have a specific set of beliefs and expectations. We don't need people who, are not going to be very mindful about the things that they think and the things that they say and the things that they expect and da 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 da. We're not doing that because we're not regulating the things that grandma says while we're giving birth. This is not about, checking the problematic thoughts and unsupportive beliefs. Like, that's not what this is for. This is a sacred time. The focus needs to be on me. The focus doesn't need to be on drama. The focus doesn't need to be on theatrics. The focus needs to be on this process. The focus needs to be on just safely and securely bringing this soul into the world. And I think because you guys are going to have that energy and that focus, I feel like pregnancy is really going to bring you inward. Like, you're going to be in a very, like, I don't even want to say like introspective. I just feel like you're going to want to be very isolated. It's like you're very, very sensitive. So you guys could definitely be my groups of psychics, my group of, just women who are very tuned in, tapped in, turned on energetically. And being pregnant is going to really heighten your psychic gifts and your psychic sensitivities. And so, sometimes when you're feeling super psychic and, super tapped into the other side, sometimes being around, different people is a little bit overwhelming because, they have their own things that they're going through. And sometimes they have things that they don't even consciously know that they're going through. And it's just like, I don't think you're going to have the emotional capacity to handle all of that that's going on. So I just see there being a lot of privacy. I don't think that people will know when the baby is born. I think that they'll know when the baby is due. I think that they'll know like how far along you are. I think that they'll know that we're getting closer and closer. It's like I think that they'll know that like, oh, like the baby's going to be here any day now. But when it's actually time to go into labor, you're not sending messages to people telling them anything like that. It's just we're focused. We're focused on this. We're focused on this experience. And so when that baby does come in, it's like that baby is coming into this like blanket of like solitude and this energy of peace. And it's like the clothes on the people in the picture that you chose, they're gray, and it's this like deep gray, and that just makes me feel like deeply relaxed and deeply comforted and deeply safe. So I think that when this baby is born and in that newborn stage, there's just going to be so much comfort and there's going to be so much relaxation. And during that newborn stage, there's going to be a really strong focus on like getting that routine down. So this is like right when you come home from the hospital or the birthing center, or when you're just settling in home, if you're doing like an in-home birth or something. It's like for those first couple of days, for those first couple of weeks, it's going to be you, your baby, and your partner. I feel like your partner is going to be going out a lot and like getting a lot of things. If you need something from the grocery store, if you need more like diapers or something, which I don't think that you would need more diapers, but you know, like that's just me just trying to express the energy that I feel. Like your partner's going to be going out and getting meals for you guys. I feel like your partner's going to be like I don't feel like your partner's going to be cooking. Not that your partner can't cook or your partner wouldn't cook. I just feel like there's specific foods. Like I'm seeing foods from like restaurants. So you might be craving foods from specific restaurants. You and your husband might go to specific restaurants for like, you know, date nights and things like that. And at that time when the baby is born, you're going to be wanting, you know, that specific food that you guys used to have or you used to eat, or there could be like a steak from a restaurant that you're really craving. And so I just see your husband going and you know, just getting those things that you want and that you need. And I feel like they're just being like this energy of bonding. I feel like the newborn stage is going to be just like this bonding energy where it's just you and your husband and your baby. And it's just like this like lavender haze of just like, it's just us. We are the only three people in the world that exist. And my baby and me never leave our home. And if there's something that we need from the outside world, then we send my husband to go and get it. So I feel like your husband will be taking off of work during this newborn stage. There's not going to be a focus on anything that is outside of you and outside of the baby. It's going to be like completely like everything in the world stops. There's nothing that we need to focus on. We are financially safe, secure, and stable. The bills are on auto pay. You know, if somebody at my company, somebody in my business needs something from me, then they can talk to me in a month. They can talk to me in 5 weeks, or, you know, something like that. Like, there's definitely just this energy of really focusing on being present, being there, and really connecting with your baby, connecting with this new life and building up that routine. And I feel like there's just this energy where you're just going to be in awe. I feel like you're just going to like hold your baby and you're going to look at your baby. I feel like you're going to want to watch your baby while your baby is sleeping. You know, I feel like you're going to really hate showering, like not because of anything with like postpartum or different things like that. I just think that you're gonna hate like being away from your baby, you know, like, okay, I know that I have to go and shower and like I need to like brush my teeth, and you're like thinking in your mind like, oh my god, I have to brush my teeth because I'm like in my baby's face all of the time, and I know that my breath probably smells like so terrible, like I am making the worst impression on my baby. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna go and brush my teeth even though I don't want to be away from you for a second. And you're gonna like go and like take your showers, and your husband is just gonna be so supportive of you and supportive of the baby. I'm definitely getting just an energy of support, like a lot, especially in like the newborn stage. Like in those first couple of days, I think that your husband will do a lot of the supporting the baby at night or supporting the baby when you're sleeping. So I feel you could be doing like formula, but I'm getting a scenario of like a woman who's breastfeeding and a woman who's like she's doing pumping, and I feel like you're going to have a really great experience with lactation. So I'm seeing an abundance of like bottles. So you're going to be able to sleep, and your husband's going to be able to just handle feedings and different things like that. And I think that your husband is also going to really just relish in that time. It's kind of like both of you feel so selfish with this baby. It's like there's a spiritual purpose for keeping everything quiet and not telling anyone, and then there's also like a little, like a little selfish reason, like I don't want to tell anybody about my baby. I don't want to share my baby with the world. I barely want to share my baby with my husband, and my husband barely wants to share my baby with me. Like like you guys are just going to be so in love with this baby, and just everything that the baby does is going to be so amazing. Every noise that the baby makes, every time that the baby blinks, when the baby like wraps their hands around your finger, you're just going to be like, oh my god. And I'm just seeing you like holding this baby, like I made this baby, I created this baby, you came outside of me, you came from inside of me, you used to be in my tummy and now you're here, I waited for you. Like I just feel like there's gonna be so much peace, and I feel like your healing experience during this newborn stage is just gonna be so powerfully supported by your husband. I am just getting this energy that this newborn stage is going to be something that really comes naturally to both of you. I'm getting a very like maternal, paternal energy and instinct within the two of you. So either this is something that really comes naturally to you, and or you are taking classes, you guys are learning about things. There's just really this energy of being prepared. I feel like there's going to be, experiences of like the baby having checkups, just like normal standard routine things. I feel like for those checkups, a lot of you will be having a doctor come into the house. I'm definitely getting a really big, strong vibe of like, we are inside of the house. For a majority of like the newborn stage, right when your baby is born, I feel like you guys are really inside of the house. If you guys have dogs, if I see you guys like, introducing the baby to the dog, like giving the dog the baby scent and, different things like that, and starting to acclimate in that way. And then at some point, as you continue to move throughout the newborn stage, you start getting more comfortable. I see you taking the baby out to like your backyard, but it's like, I don't see you, like you might put the baby in a stroller and go for a walk around the neighborhood, because I also think that you will be focused on your health, like not immediately after giving birth. Well, of course you'll be focused on your health because you care about your health, duh. But like as that newborn stage continues and the baby is getting older and older, you'll be like, okay, I'm ready to start going on walks. I'm ready to start, doing different things like that. And so it's like I see you taking the baby out into the backyard at first. And, then I see you putting the baby in the stroller and then going for a walk. But I am not getting the vibe that this baby will be going all out, in the world as a newborn. I don't get the feeling that this baby will be, driving in the car unless you're doing, like hospital births and different things like that as a newborn. I'm just definitely getting this energy of like a family that has curated a vibe in their home, a vibration of love, a vibration of happiness, a vibration of safety and security with all of your spirits and your angels and your ancestors. I feel like during that newborn stage, like you're going to feel the presence of your ancestors and the presence of God so strongly in your home. I feel like you're going to feel more connected to your ancestors than ever before. I feel like it's going to be so spiritual. I feel like you're just going to be like connecting with your baby and like vibing with your baby, like on a soul level, and just like this energy of knowing them and understanding them. I feel like you guys are going to end the newborn stage with a very strong bond, a very strong bond. You're going to get to know your baby's personality. You're going to get to know what their different cries mean. You're going to get to know, just like what to expect. You're going to learn your baby very easily. You're going to create, structure and routine for your baby and your family very easily, like sleeping schedules and sleeping patterns and different things like that. Like these are things that are going to come very easily to you, again, because it comes naturally to you, or because you've done different research and you've, just found things that really work for you and work for your family. So I am just definitely getting a big energy of peace, a big energy of solitude. And then I do think that when you are ready to start going on walks and taking the baby, like in the stroller throughout your neighborhood, I think that's when you will start introducing your baby to people. I think at that point you might like post your baby's fist on like Instagram, and let the world know of their arrival. I think then you'll start, just allowing, again, it feels like a couple of people. Okay. It doesn't feel like there's a huge welcome wagon with a whole bunch of people coming over to visit the baby. That does not feel like the vibe at all. It feels like you've got one best friend or a couple best friends and they come by and they visit, but it's not really back to back. You got one best friend who's coming this week and another best friend who's coming next weekend. And then after that, there's another best friend who's coming on that Friday and Saturday. Like, it's like things are very spread out. Things are very chill. It's almost like I don't want to overwhelm my baby with too much newness in the world or something. But it doesn't feel like fear. It doesn't feel like you're like raising your child to be afraid or you feel afraid of anything. It just feels like this energy of like rest and relaxation. And if you have that close relationship with the grandparents, then when you start taking the baby outside, like, into the backyard, I think that's when you'll introduce like the grandparents and, different things like that. And then when you're ready to start, doing a little exercising, doing a little like light walks in your neighborhood, that's when you'll introduce them to like your friends and the world. But I just get this energy of like delayed introduction to the family, not because of anything negative, just because you guys really want to savor that time and you're just going to be so in awe of this beautiful, like perfect baby. And you're just going to feel like this baby is a blessing from God. And you're just going to want to like soak up everything. I feel like it will be heavily documented. Like you won't be sharing it with anyone, but you will have lots of pictures and lots of videos. And some of you might even like actually vlog it. So that way There's a video for you to look back on for your friends and family, or for the baby when they get older, or maybe even for the public, but I don't really get a big public vibe. Okay. So that's all that I've got for you, pile number one. If it resonated with you, please give me like some blue hearts in the comments section. I would love that. That would be so, so cute. Let me know that you are claiming this message and this experience. And of course, if you would like a personal reading from me, you can book that using the links in the description box. I also have my Living in the End virtual leadership retreat happening at the end of this month. It is a 2-day virtual event made for the woman who is ready to use her mind, energy, and beliefs to manifest her desired relationship, money, and career. This is the perfect place for you to be at if you are ready to manifest that husband, because you are ready to manifest this amazing experience. You're going to be learning how to manifest. What does it mean practically to live in the end? How do you do it from moment to moment? There's lectures, there's workshops, there's so much that if you want to learn about it, it is so incredibly detailed on my website, and I'll have the link to that in the description box as well. And of course, I have courses and personal coaching that you can look into and enroll in if it aligns with you, using those links in the description. Thank you so much for listening, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll talk to you in the next one. All right. What's up, pile number two? In today's reading, we are looking into how will the newborn stage be for you? Let's jump right into your reading. For this experience, I'm getting a little bit of a brighter experience. For pile number one, I was getting more of like a home birthing experience, even though I didn't really, talk about that during their pile. For you, I'm getting a little bit of like a hospital birth, or a like a birthing center birth or something. They have those what are those called, aftercare facilities for moms and newborns to go to. So some of you might actually be just checking into one of those. It's kind of like a hotel where there's nurses and there's care, and it's just a little bit more brighter, because I'm getting the energy of like fluorescent lights. You know what I'm saying? So how will this newborn stage be? I feel like this newborn stage is going to, I feel like it's going to bring you and your partner closer together. I feel like something about the birth of this baby, and obviously you don't have babies to make people love you, blah, blah, blah. We all know that. But I feel like something about the birth of this baby is going to just make you and your partner fall even more in love with each other. Like, look at this thing that we made. Look at this thing that we created. It's like you're going to be looking at your baby and looking at your husband like, oh my God, babe, like he has your nose. Your husband's going to be like, he has your eyes. And it's just like the things that you love the most about your partner and the things that they love the most about you. It's just going to be there. Like, your baby's going to have these really beautiful features that just make you love yourself and make you love your partner. There's just this energy of like love, love, love. Like, there's just so much love, so many words of affirmation. I feel like when you are giving birth, you're going to have a partner, your husband, who is going to be like really speaking life into you, really giving you words of affirmation, just really pouring love into you, telling you how amazing you are and how beautiful you are, and just like how capable you are and how strong you are and just how amazing you are and how proud they are of you and how happy they are to have you. Like, your partner is just going to be like worshiping the ground that you walk on, basically, because this is so amazing and like you're so strong. And just like your partner, of course, your partner already respected you, but during this newborn stage, like your partner's respect for you is going to go up like times freaking 10. Your partner is going to be, wanting to get you everything. Do you need something? Do you need more ice chips? Do you need, something to eat? Do you want to have some sushi now that you can? Like whatever it is that you want, like your partner's doing it. I feel like your partner is going to bring you push presents. I definitely am getting the energy of like push gifts, ranging from jewelry to cars to just a million different things. I feel like for those of you who have partners that are really into just like money and finances and like wealth, your partner could be making some investments to celebrate the birth of your child, in Gilmore Girls, there was literally an episode where Richard, the grandfather, was talking to Lorelai, the mother, and he was just like, "When you were born, I made an investment to celebrate." And Lorelai's like, "Of course you did." And he's like, "Anyway, the building got sold and these are the cash out dividends, blah blah." And then it was like $77,000 or something, and she's like, "Oh my god, this can get me 20 pairs of Jimmy Choos." And he's like, "Only 20 pairs?" And it was just like this cute conversation. But anyway, I'm definitely getting that energy and vibe. Like, of course, things will be settled and taken care of for the baby, but I feel like your partner is also doing like some sort of additional investment, something that I just wouldn't be able to name because I don't fucking know it, for your baby, like in your baby's name. I don't think that it's a college fund, but college fund is the best thing that I fucking got, okay? Like something for your child in your child's name for your child's future. It's like the second that your child is born and the baby's good and mom is good and both of you guys are taking a nap, like your husband is downstairs in the hospital or out in the living room making a call to set up this thing, or you know what I'm saying, like there's just something to do with that. And then your partner, your husband, is also bringing you gifts, bringing you jewelry, bringing you this, "I got you this and I got you this, and then I went to go pick up your bracelet and then I saw this, and the earrings match the bracelet so well, and the woman at the store said that these two go so perfectly together, and I agree. I thought that you would love them. Thank you so much for this gift." Like your partner's going to be showering you with gifts because your partner feels like you gave them the ultimate gift. Like your partner is like, "You can have this, you can have whatever you like, you can have whatever you want, like you can have everything. I want you to have everything. Like I want to take care of you. I want to shower you. Like I am so grateful for everything that you just did for me, for everything that you just did for our family." So there's just like this really strong energy of gratitude. There's this really strong energy of joy. There's this really bright energy. For some of you, this might happen in the summer. You might be giving like birth to a baby in the summertime, in the summer seasons. I'm just definitely getting just this energy of like happiness. This baby could definitely be a Leo or like a fifth houser. I'm definitely getting a lot of hair. I feel like your baby is definitely going to be born with a lot of hair. Like you can look at the picture that you chose compared to the pictures of the other babies. Like that baby has so much hair. So I feel like just the different features, I feel like there's going to be features about your baby that people comment on in a very positive way. Like the nurses and your husband and you are just gonna be like, "Oh my god, like her hair is so beautiful, her eyes are so beautiful, her mouth is so beautiful." Like it's just something about this child that is just so beautiful, so adorable, so cute, so lovable, so amazing. And the baby could even be like smiling or something like that at some point during this like newborn stage. I feel like your baby's just gonna be really happy and your baby's gonna be like really just content. I feel like this newborn stage is gonna be one where your baby like cries, of course, if it has needs, or, and all babies do that, but it's like, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say like your baby it's like your baby knows that they're taken care of. It's like your baby knows that they're loved. Like your baby cries, but they might like let out like two little cries and then they're getting their needs met. So they're just like, okay, well, I'm satisfied because all I really needed was a diaper change, or all I really needed was a bottle, or all I really needed was a little boob. Like, honestly, I'm good. Like, I'm chilling. I'm so chill. So I just feel like that's gonna be the vibe. Like, the baby is just gonna be so chill and just so yeah, the baby's just gonna be so chill and happy. I feel like your family will come during that newborn stage. I don't know if it will be all of your family. You might have other kids that are coming, but grandparents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, best friends that you have that you consider to be family, they're definitely showing up at the hospital, and they're just showing this baby so much love. And when they're holding the baby, they're like falling in love with the baby. They're like, oh my god, this is the cutest baby I've ever seen in my life. Look at her, so cute. Oh my god, look at the way that she's smiling in her sleep. Like, oh my goodness, look at this little outfit that she has on. Oh my god, so cute. And I feel like your baby is just gonna be happy. I feel like your baby is just gonna be happy to be here. Your baby is just gonna be happy to be involved. And I feel like during that newborn stage, I feel like you guys are gonna be you guys are gonna have definitely like your boundaries, like okay, don't kiss the baby and different things like that. So you guys will definitely have boundaries. I think you guys will have boundaries. I feel like you guys will allow a lot of people, like compared to pile number one, you will allow a lot of people around, but also it's not like everyone. It's not like everyone and their mother is coming and showing up to connect with the baby. It's like people that are close to you, but I am getting the vibe that there are many people who are close to you. So you're having some people who are coming and, wanting to see the baby and connect with the baby. And I think you guys are definitely announcing to people that the baby has been born. Maybe you're telling people that you went into labor. Maybe your close friends and family, you're telling that you went into labor. But when the baby is born, I'm seeing like a text message that your husband sends out or you send out to the group chat when you're ready. But I don't think that it's going to take you more than a couple of hours or like a day or two. I don't even think it'll be 2 days, before you announce that the baby has been born and both of you are doing great and both of you are feeling great. So I just definitely feel like you're going to experience so much happiness, and I feel like your baby is going to be like a happy baby. I feel like the nurses or whatever like team you have that's supporting you through this process, they're gonna love your baby. They're gonna be like, oh my god, your baby is so cute. Like when doctors are seeing your baby, they're gonna be like, oh my god, so cute. Like everybody's gonna be commenting on just how cute this baby is going to be. I feel like for the newborn stage, hold on, let me see. I feel like, oh my goodness. I feel like, because when you have a baby, you are supposed to wait 6 weeks to, make love. And I just feel like if you do not want to have a pair of Irish twins, then you need to wrap it up. Like, I feel like, because we have the sun, justice, the devil, and then the empress is clarifying the devil, which these are all major arcana cards, which is like so beautiful. I feel like your newborn stage is going to be so good for your relationship. Like, it's just going to make you love each other so much. It's like your husband is loving you because you've done this thing. You've brought this life into the world. You're loving your husband because of the way that your husband is taking care of you and the way that your husband is loving you and just showering you with all of these like gifts and all of this like love. And your husband's just telling you like, you're so beautiful, you're so amazing, you look so wonderful. Like, I just feel like you're going to like be so attractive, and I feel like you're just both going to be so attracted to each other, and you guys are going to be so in love with each other, and you guys are going to be so like the love that you have for each other is going to like grow and like get deeper. And I just feel like you guys are just going to like just really have a strong desire to make love. How will the newborn stage be? Like, I feel like you guys are just gonna really have the strong desire to make love to each other. And so I think as the baby gets older and as your body heals and different things like that, I feel like you guys will definitely be becoming active in that way again, like ASAP, as soon as possible. Because I feel like like obviously you two are two people who are already very attracted to each other, but this energy, it's like it amplifies it. Like, oh my goodness, like I love you so much, you know, like I love you so much. And then it's like we've created this thing that we both just love so much, and there's just so much love that I just want to make love. And like you know, so that's the energy and the vibe that I'm getting. It's just everybody is loved, everybody wants love, everybody wants to make love. I see the baby being happy. I see the baby really just being like feeling safe with other people, feeling safe when they meet their relatives, feeling good. Definitely smiling whenever babies start doing that. I can't remember if it's smiling or laughing that babies don't do, you know, immediately out of the womb. Like, I know those are like a certain developmental markers and stuff, but when the baby is time to start like smiling and laughing, I feel like the baby is going to be smiling and laughing so much. And I think that you're going to just fall in love with being a mother. And I feel like you're going to love this role. I feel like you're going to feel like you were made for this role. I feel like you're going to feel a sense of fulfillment and completion in your soul. Like you did something that you always intended to do. You did something that on a soul level you always wanted to do. You always desired to do. So there's just this energy of fulfillment. There's this energy of happiness. There's this energy of like, if before you gave birth, there were things that you were anxious about, like you're giving birth to this baby and it's like things are okay, things are safe, things are fine, I'm doing it, I'm doing a great job, I'm, you know, yeah, doing a really great job. And I think you're gonna love being called like mommy. And I think you're gonna love being like referred to in that way as mommy. I feel like you're gonna really love being called like mama. And I feel like you're going to just feel so empowered. I feel like you're going to feel so powerful. I feel like there are so many things within you that are going to feel healed. Like, I feel like you're just, it's going to feel like completion. It's going to feel like you made it someplace. Like, so this could definitely be something that you've always wanted, that you are manifesting, that you are moving towards. And it's just that newborn stage is going to feel like the fulfillment of a dream. It's going to feel really enjoyable. And I really am getting this energy of ease. And with pile number 2, I get more of an energy of like help and support. So you might have a night nurse, you might have a nanny, you might have a lactation specialist who's coming in and working with you. I know that there are some, you know, people who come and they live with the parents for a couple of days, or you guys are going and staying at a facility, like I said. So I'm just getting this energy of being very supported and things being very easy, and like you're not really stressed about waking up in the middle of the night because there's so much support around you. If you want to wake up in the middle of the night to feed, then you can. If you want somebody else to handle the night feedings, then they will. It's like just this energy of being so supported and really being at peace and being taken care of. And I think this will continue throughout that newborn stage, where if you guys need to hire people to support and to nanny and different things like that, then you will. Okay, so that's what I've got for you. Pile number 2, if this resonated with you and you're claiming it, can you give me like a pink heart in the comment section? Let me know that you are claiming this reading so that I can claim it for you as well. And if you would like a personal reading from me, then you can get one using the links in the description box. And do not forget, I've got my virtual leadership retreat, Living in the End. It is the 2-day virtual event made for the woman who is ready to use her mind, energy, and beliefs to manifest her desired relationship, money, and career. That virtual leadership retreat is happening at the end of this month in September. Tickets are now on sale, so you can learn about the event, get the schedule. There's lectures and workshops, and it's just gonna be so incredibly good. I'm so excited to serve y'all in that way. So if you are ready to manifest this experience and you want to feel empowered around your mind and your energy, then this is the perfect virtual retreat for you to attend. So you can find more about that, purchase your tickets using the link in the description box. And if you want to check out my courses, if you want to check out personal coaching options with me, you can do that using those links as well. I love you so, so much, and I'll talk to you in the next one. All right, pile number 3. For those of you who chose this third image, we are checking out how will the newborn stage be? How will the newborn stage be? When your baby is born, how will that newborn stage be? I am getting like a wintry vibe here. So your baby might be born in the winter months or winter season. I'm definitely getting like a super cozy, Christmassy. The weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we have no place to go, let it snow. Like, that's definitely the energy and the vibe that I'm getting here. So I'm definitely strongly picking up that there is just a big cozy energy, a big energy of like, I'm just seeing an adorable little newborn baby with their little, the little gloves on and the little beanie cap on, and, their onesie, and they've got it layered. You might be in a country, I think this is Norway, that does this, where they bundle their babies up and they have their babies nap like outside in the snow, in that fresh air. Even if you're not in Norway, which I think is where they do that, you might be having an experience where you're doing that if you're in the winter months and it's a little snowy, or, maybe you're just opening a window and just really letting your baby get that cool air and just, allowing themselves to be soothed. So I'm definitely getting that energy and that vibe. And I'm also getting a big energy of like community. So I feel like you will have friends, or you do have friends who are also mothers. I'm getting an energy of friends coming over with food, friends coming over with supplies, friends coming over to watch the baby while you shower, hold the baby, handle the baby stuff while you take a nap. I just am definitely getting a very strong community support system vibe for you guys here. I feel like your newborn stage, it's kind of like more active, which is so funny because during those wintry months, it's like hibernating, it's like isolating, it's like, like being alone, being cuddled up and, snuggled up by yourself. But this is definitely giving the energy of like, just people coming over, people being around. And it doesn't feel like there's like a big like party of people coming over with like music and different things like that. But it definitely feels like there's community. It feels like you have a group of friends, a group of mom friends, and like they're all coming over to meet the baby at the same time. I feel like yeah, I feel like there's just this energy of community. I feel like there's this energy of community, and I also get the feeling that it's like very mindful, because of course when babies are newborns, you don't want to like expose them to all of like the germs of the world. So it's like a community, but it's a community of people who know, or some of you guys could definitely be working in the medical field, but there's just a strong energy and vibe of like lots of hand sanitizer, lots of washing hands, lots of rules and regulations, lots of visitors, but also lots of just safety and security measures being taken at the same exact time. I feel like if you guys do give birth in a hospital, that you guys will have a couple of visitors at the hospital while you guys are still in the hospital, like right after you guys have given birth. I feel like for some of you, you might have like your best friend with you while you're giving birth. Depending on, what hospital or birthing center or whatever it is, there's just this energy of like husband, best friend, maybe a grandma or two. Like there's community, there's a lot of people, there's an abundance of people that are here with you, kind of shuffling around, supporting you, supporting the baby, helping you with yourself, helping you with the baby, helping you with breastfeeding, helping you figure things out. There's definitely just an energy of like seasoned moms being around you, you guys having a group chat, you're asking questions, they're giving you tips, they're helping you with things, just, making things a lot easier on you, and a lot of it is community focused. So what else do we see about this newborn stage? What else do we see about this newborn stage? What else do we see about this newborn stage? I'm seeing a lot of like prayers. Like you might be praying for your baby. I'm not getting like something scary. I'm getting like I don't know when babies can be baptized. I don't know if babies are baptized when they're newborns, or there's someone from your church coming over, or you have a shaman or somebody who's a spiritual leader or something who is supporting you. Like there's something to do with your religion and your spirituality, and those things are being just handled and taken care of. It feels almost like it's like you're feeling conflicted around, should I do this? Should I do this prayer? Should I do this? Should I handle this? And like, there's just like this energy of conflict, not around your baby, but around the choices and decisions that you want to make for your baby. So it's like making choices and decisions that you want versus what your mom did or what your husband's mom did or something like that. So you and your spouse could kind of like have a different faith than each other or something like that. So I'm just getting the energy of like decisions that need to be made. What things are we going to do? How are we going to handle this? What rules are we going to live by? What choices are we going to make? And I feel like it's not like you've been avoiding that or not thinking about that for the duration of your pregnancy, but I get the vibe of somebody who like they're going into giving birth and they're still like, I'm not 100% sure about what I want to do or blah 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 blah. But I get the feeling that it's because there's something that you want to do with your baby that's just different. With the energy of the Nine of Pentacles, that's like an independent energy. And then we have the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and Death. It's like you're going to receive some sort of intuitive download and realization about what you need to do for your baby or how you need to handle this baptism or prayer or something like that. It's like there's something cultural and it's probably not coming to my mind because I don't have any awareness of, just like different practices like that. Oh, you know what? It could be something like if your baby is a boy, are we going to do circumcision? Like you could really be just having different conversations about things like that, like ritual, tradition, beliefs. Should I do this? Should I not do this? It feels like something like that. It could actually quite literally be that, but that really is just an example. It's just something that you spend your pregnancy thinking about, wondering about, pondering over. But ultimately, I see you making a choice and decision with the energy of the Queen of Cups from your intuition and from what you feel is right, and also from information that you receive. It's like you receive information in a download, you receive information in a fast way, something on the internet, something you read in a book, something one of the nurses says to you. It's like you receive some sort of information, whether it's from the spiritual or from the physical, and it gives you an epiphany, an aha moment, and that results in an ending. It results in a transformation. And yeah, in some way, you're just gonna do something differently, okay? That's really the best that I can, like, that's the best way that I can put it, because I just feel like there's gonna be so many, obviously, different ways that can go. But what I am seeing is that it's going to be a very spiritual process for you, giving birth to your baby. I feel like you're going to connect and bond with your baby very well on a spiritual level. I feel like you're going to I feel like you're going to be like communicating to your baby before your baby is born. Like I feel like you're going to be like talking to yourself or like talking to your baby in your womb. And I feel like I'm hearing a woman have a conversation with a baby, and the baby has just been born, and she's like changing the diaper, and she's just like, hey, like this is my first time, okay? So you have to tell me. You just have to communicate with me. We're gonna learn how to do this thing together. We're gonna learn how to make sure that your diaper is good together, and we're going to make sure that you get fed together. So you just communicate to me and you cry to me, and I'm going to do my best to learn your cries, and I'm going to respond to you, and da 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 da. And your baby just kind of like coos at you a little bit or something, and they just do something that communicates to you that like your baby understands it, like your baby gets it, like you're going to give birth to this baby who is also very sensitive. So this could be a water sign. I did say winter months. I know if you're like in New Zealand, your winter months are like different than if you're in America. So water signs just in general, I'm getting, it could definitely be like Pisces or Scorpio, but it also could be Cancer, so whatever. But I'm definitely getting water sign energy here, and I am getting just like a baby that you are going to have such a strong intuitive connection with. Like it's almost like you could be holding your baby and your baby starts fussing a little bit, and you just without thinking just adjust the position that you have their head in. Without thinking, you just slightly adjust the position that you have their body in, and then when you slightly adjust that position, then they're able to like pass gas, or they're able to burp, or they're able to just be more comfortable. Like how sometimes there's like those like tweets or posts online where it's like, what if your baby is just crying because its foot itches and it can't say that its foot itches? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like pile number three, you would know if your baby's foot itched, and you would just get the intuitive feeling to just scratch their little feet a little bit, or if your baby wanted to be soothed back to sleep, they would just cry out a little bit, and you would just be, just scratching their back or scratching their tummy as they were falling asleep, and then it would just soothe them back to sleep. And so there's just this very strong psychic bond between you and your baby. And I feel like because of that, the newborn stage is going to be very easy for you, because you're going to understand your baby. Like, you're going to, like, you might understand your baby in a way that it kind of like freaks people out. Like, your husband might be like, the baby is crying, but I changed his diaper, and his diaper is fine, so I don't really know why he's still crying. And you're just like, oh well, that's his hungry cry. And your husband's like, well, he just ate. And you're like, but that's his hungry cry, like he's literally hungry. Give him this much of the bottle. And then your husband does that, and then the baby stops crying. So you're just going to be very intuitively connected with your baby. You're going to be really like just connected to your ancestors. And so you're going to kind of like have access to like secret information and insight. Like, okay, well, this is not how they say you're supposed to do it, but this is how I do it. I gave my baby just a little bit more formula. I gave my baby, just a little bit more formula, so that way she was, just nice and full before I put her down to sleep, and then she sleeps more hours throughout the night. I did a little bit of this. When we do this and this and this is how I do this, and it works for you, and your baby is healthy and your baby is safe. So that's the energy and the vibe that I'm getting. Very strong, intuitive connection, and a very strong community vibe. I feel like this baby is going to really be just connected with other women as well. So that kind of gives me like a feminine energy and vibe, like a girl vibe. But, obviously there's a lot of contradicting messages in this one. A lot of people might pick this pile, but I am just getting the energy of a baby that really like especially bonds well with women. Like of course they have a good bond with their father and things like that, but like your friends, pile number 3, your like mom friends or your close friends, like your baby is going to just form a very beautiful bond with them, a very special bond with them. So I feel like you either have a lot of siblings, but I feel like these are friends. Like your baby's gonna have a lot of like aunties that they know and love and that have been with them since the beginning of their life. And they're just gonna grow up having an experience where they just, know and love their aunties. And yeah, I just get a very strong sense of community, a very strong sense of safety and security. So, this is a baby that's born into community and a baby that feels very loved. Like the second that this baby is born, there's just an outpouring of love and acceptance and celebration. It's like I just retweeted this post of a screenshot from the show Sex in the City where um I think it's Miranda. Miranda gets pregnant and she decides to keep the baby, and then Charlotte like has like tears in her eyes and is like, "Oh my god, we're having a baby." And it's like obviously Miranda is the one who's going to carry the baby and raise the baby, but Charlotte says, "We're having a baby." Like the baby is also hers because that's the friendship that they have. That's the closeness that they have, and that's the energy that I'm getting for you, pal number 3. Like when you announce your pregnancy, when you have your baby, that newborn stage, you're going to have so many friends. Like you might literally have friends who are flying in from different states and different countries to come and see this baby and connect with this baby. And it's just kind of like we as a community are having a baby. We as a community are welcoming in this new soul. And so they're just going to feel so loved and they're going to feel so just connected and nurtured. Like you could have just a community of like intuitive fucking women bonding with this baby. So that's a really beautiful energy that I'm picking up for you, pal number 3. Go ahead and drop an orange heart in the comment section if you are claiming this. Let me know that you are claiming this so that I can claim it for you as well. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so using the links in the description. I'm also having my Living in the End virtual leadership retreat at the end of this month. It is a 2-day virtual event that is made for the woman who is ready to use her mind, energy, and beliefs to manifest her desired relationship, money, and career. There's going to be lectures, there's going to be workshops, there's going to be fun and prayer and group manifesting, which I am so incredibly excited about. So if you want to learn about the schedule and you want to purchase your tickets to that event, then you can absolutely do so using the links in the description. And I've also got courses and personal coaching that you can look into using those same links as well. So with all of that being said, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe before you head out. I love you. Thanks for being here, and I'll talk to you in the next